like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all ready for the holidays. As you probably already know, this is the first night of winter, and we're going to have some nasty stuff coming in. I hope everybody else is at least tolerable with the weather. I'm Raymond, author of the Dolphin Wars book series and ruler of the best pod in YouTube. Tonight, I am excited to have once again Graceli Kaye, the author of the VAC Chronicles, here again. This is a special day for her because we're going to celebrate the release of her new book, The Ties That Bind, another novel of the VAC Chronicles. So before we get going, as always, if you like what we're doing here in the pod, if you love interviews and fun, please like and subscribe. And also, if you know anybody I should interview, please send me their names so I can reach out to them. Let me welcome the chat, and then we'll give our usual King Dolphin TV to Graceli. We have here Graceli Kaye, the first in, last out, and keeping things in line tonight because Sandra is getting car work done. We've got John Rendell, and we've got Pudgy, Hedgehog, and of course, we cannot forget Gilbert.com. Book interview. Cool. So, we're already getting some. John Rendell says, hail there and welcome back. Yes, let's please welcome her back to the pod. How you doing, Graceli?
Thanks. It's great to be back.
Good having you back. And let's see. I know Snorter Poopus said. Okay. Yes. Well, Legatus Legion I says welcome back as well. So, all right.
Thank you.
And we'll probably get the pudgy questions soon, especially since it is the holidays. Pudgy pushes belly button, says hedgehog timer, reminder for Raymond set at 1 hour. Actually, I'm good, Pudgy. I took care of everything. It took all afternoon, but I got everything done. So we're good to go. Let's see. He says, hello, book lady. And he waves.
Hey, Pudgy.
No, Legatus. She's getting her car inspected.
West Virginia. Sneaky shopping. Could be both.
Could be. But West Virginia, you got to get inspected to make sure your car is fit for roads that are not fit for cars. So, all right. So we're going to talk about her new book, The Ties That Bind. And as usual, I know you guys always follow the rules. I will ask the questions first. Then once we're done, you can ask your questions. The reason I do that is because StreamYard has the nasty habit of making questions disappear. So let's try and wait on the questions now. And we may have a few Snoopy sightings in the background. All right, so what have you been up to since we've last talked?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I started a new day job.
Oh, okay.
Which is technically at night. So I guess writing is now my day job.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Overnights now. It's way less stress than my previous job. So I'm significantly happier. and
Gotcha.
it's allowed a little bit more time. Like mentally, I'm freed up to do things that I want to instead of just being mentally exhausted all the time.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's been really nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Is it a high stress job or is it just
No.
oh, nice.
No,
Just at night though.
it's a low stress job with a 12-minute commute.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's really nice. All
Yeah.
right. So you've had chance to write this book, and really, this book came out of came by surprise because I don't think you mentioned this when we've talked at the Comic-Con or at the last.
I was editing it back then. I was just keeping it low key.
Oh, okay. So,
because it wasn't ready.
I know how that goes. I know how that goes. I have an impatient person in the chat who says, "Where's your book? Where's your book?" It's in editing. So
editing takes so much longer than writing. Whether you're editing or you've got someone else doing it or you're doing it together, it just takes. So it's harder than the actual writing process.
Yeah. Well, what happened with mine is I thought I was done, then started with another story and realized, wait a minute, especially since I was waiting on editing anyway, I looked at it and said, wait a minute, this can tie in. This has got a perfect tie in for the rest of the books. I put the brakes on everything and said, I'm doing a big revamp. But yeah. So, but that enough about me. So tell us about your book. A spoiler free, of course. Since
I can't do spoiler free. Any of the books that come in the series that start with the ties that bind us are going to be full of series spoilers.
Ooh. Okay.
So they're novellas that are fitting in between, and they show all the ties to the other books.
Oh, wow.
Especially like family trees and family secrets, because all the books in the series are interconnected. All the people are interconnected. You just don't know quite how they're connected the way I do.
Oh, okay.
So I'm slowly giving you guys a little bit more.
They've been whispered.
But The Ties That Bind Us, A Blues Meadow Wedding, follows up the events from Forgotten and Claimed, because when I finished Forgotten, the story itself had to pick up directly for Claimed, so they didn't quite get the ending that my audience felt they deserved. And that's what kicked off this one, giving the wedding to the main character and trying to make things happen. However, once other people get involved, drama happens, and it spirals out of control from there, and everybody's got to deal with their stuff.
Oh, okay. So the characters were rebelling in your brain and saying they want their piece of the sun or piece of the pie.
Yeah, like, oh wait, this issue popped out, so you have to deal with it now because that's what you do for us, author.
So where is the setting? Is it still in the same little town or is it gone elsewhere?
The series sits basically in two towns primarily, one in California and one in this general area, but a fictitious town. And this one will take place on this coast.
Oh, okay. All right.
There will be a companion one to follow the fourth book, the actual fourth book. This is 3.5 in my mind. And that'll be the events that happened at the same time on the other coast, because we had to leave behind half the characters, or it wouldn't be about the wedding anymore.
Oh, okay. So this is not a filler. This is not a standalone from the rest of your series. This is sort of like a prequel or in between.
It's like an in between. It's a tying up loose ends. It probably could, like by most standards, it would be a full-length novel. It's 150 some pages, but mine run 300.
Okay.
And it doesn't have its own agenda so much as it's just tying up loose ends and opening new ones. That wasn't entirely intentional. But I'm not in charge. I'm just writing the damage report and sending it out in the world.
They're in
But
they're in
the
charge.
fact that we have a wedding book at all is because some fans requested it.
Oh, okay. 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 The title kind of intrigued me. So tell us a little bit about the title.
Like I said, it's more because it's not in the full-length novel part of the series. It's still part of it, but it's just bringing things together.
Okay.
Hence the ties.
Oh, okay. All right.
Less interesting than you probably thought, but
Yeah.
there were two methods. It's like binding ties of marriage, family ties, and then all the other ties that bring everyone together to make it a real series.
Okay. Okay. And I noticed the covers are different. Care to elaborate on that?
I'll start by saying I love Charlie's work. It's great, it's wonderful, and it's not mainstream. It's a little bit darker, and it does fit my stories, but it doesn't fit until after you read them. And
Okay.
it was turning away a lot of customers, readers, fans, and whatnot at first glance, because let's be honest, a book is judged by its cover.
That's true.
So my editor pushed me to do a social experiment to see if doing more mainstream covers that still weren't, the bodice ripping half naked men, because I'm not doing that on mine. It's not romance typically, to see if that would draw people in, and people have been more receptive and told me that it fits better. So what I've done is I'm not breaking up with Charlie. I'm not getting rid of his art. It's now inside the books.
Oh, good.
2 of the books have scenes that are inspired by the art. So they're with those scenes, whereas Forgotten, the cover was just concept, so it went in the beginning. Okay. But Damaged itself, when he drew that cover for me, it was just some ideas I threw at him, and it inspired me to write an entire scene about it. So that's with that now. As for Claimed, the cover that was on that one, I had sent him a picture and he drew from that. So that scene was already written.
Okay.
It's fun to bounce off creative energy like that. But it's not the right fit for new adult drama.
Yeah. Okay. So you used photographs
Well,
they look photographic.
I got those from free sites like Pixel and I forget what the other one was. Pexel. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And there was another one we used. Wish I could find them, but yeah, Damaged was a Pexel's design.
Okay.
And I really love the broken glass in front of her, the mirror. Like, it encompasses the book a lot better.
Okay.
Although the whole reason she has a tattoo is because of Charlie's art. So we definitely have to keep that. Unsplash was the other one. So that's where the Forgotten cover came from.
Oh, okay.
And then my editor was all about this one. However, the original cover art for this was me and my husband.
Oh.
It was a picture that my kid took for us to send to Charlie after he said that we should just pose for it.
Oh, okay. Huh. I don't think I've seen that one. That particular cover.
That would be
how long did
this one? This light's not working.
Oh, okay.
I have all the original art that he made.
Okay. So I liked your throughout the week. Throughout the week, you make those little Facebook announcements, letting people know, "Ooh, this is coming up, and this is coming up." And thank you for mentioning that we were doing something tonight. And,
but of course.
And I put some things out there too, but then got swamped with something. Got swamped
Yeah.
with a project, but you know those projects.
It's a delicate balance, your author life, your work life, your home life, and then am I spamming to people too much and annoying them, or am I staying relevant? It's like, where's the line?
Yeah. So, how long did this particular book take you into writing? How long did it take you to finish it?
I'm not sure when I started it, but they're all taking about a year to once I commit to it to get it done and out. I'm putting out one per calendar year. The months vary. I guess this one was more like a year and a half because Claimed came out in June of last year.
Yeah.
Claimed and The Ties That Bind Us are different from the other two books in the series in that they were not started when I was a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Damaged and Forgotten in some iteration, version, or whatever. They were started back in the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
So, and then they just evolved from there and became more relevant to today. But their baseline story started back then. However, Claimed and The Ties That Bind Us were both new stories that spun off the finished work of the other two.
Okay. All right. Did you make changes to your writing process this time, or is it still the same way you do you always do your writing, just maybe a few more tweaks or something like that?
It's a learning process that I'm still going through all the time. This time I didn't use ARC readers, but I did use beta readers, and their feedback did have me go back and change some things that either weren't clear or weren't detailed enough, or oops, I missed that entirely.
Yeah.
And, with people's opinions, you don't take all of them to heart. There were some things I didn't change or fix in their opinion because I felt that it was true to how the story should have read to begin with. Mm-hmm. So I probably should have still gone back and done the ARC readers because right now it's just like, I don't think anybody's got it yet.
What's an ARC reader? What is an ARC reader?
Advanced review copy. They get it before it goes live, and they can leave reviews in exchange for a free copy of the book.
Oh, okay.
Whereas a beta reader reads it before it gets to that stage and has input as to any changes that they feel, and you give them a list of questions, of things that you're looking for them to find or look at and give feedback on.
Okay. I know someone in the chat is chomping at the bit to be a beta reader. But do you do beta readers after the editing or during the editing process? Or
that's what I'm still figuring out. I'm pretty sure for the next book, it's going to be the prequel. It's Welcome to Anders. It happens before the events of Damaged because Damaged is a hard book. There's a lot of issues in there, a lot of really hard topics. And as the first book in the series, it's not very nice to just throw people into that sort of trauma. So it's a more gentle introduction. It's the story of two of the characters that didn't get their story before because they were already together at the time of Damaged. So it's when they meet, when everybody else starts showing up in the same town and they all meet, and gives a little more insight to Damage, gives a couple more secrets out that were just hinted at.
Okay.
And that one I think I'm going to do on Kindle Vella. So that'll give me beta feedback that way.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not putting it in my editor's hands until it's done. And I have all the feedback and have made all the changes so that she doesn't kill me. I have a bad habit of getting feedback and making changes or being inspired and writing more things. So I promised her that I wouldn't put it in her hands until she gives my initial review and tells me things that she would like to see happen because she's fully invested in the series as well.
Okay.
But to not let her edit until the very end, but she can't help herself sometimes. So we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping just for general feedback. I've got 16 chapters ready for her.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, are there any recurring characters from the previous books in this one?
All of them. And a couple ones that were just little cameos before have bigger roles in this book.
Okay.
But I keep with the same characters. I build on their lives. I like seeing them in the aftermath.
Okay. And how does the series tie in with this book?
It's the follow-up to Claimed and Forgotten, any unresolved issues or happy endings that weren't fully realized needed to be explored a little further.
All right. Okay. And finally, before I let you loose on the chat, or let the chat loose on you, excuse me. How is Team VAC doing? So you still have Charlie, and your editor is still the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, everybody's still there. Their roles are just changing slightly. Okay. Like I will still reach out to him to commission the art for the next 2 books that I have planned. Mm-hmm. It'll just go inside. There may be a limited release with his art on the covers. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
And then my editor is actually launching her business, Swanka's Creatives, and she is taking on more clients. I was her first. I started her off. So her time's a little bit more limited. So I'm trying to pull back a little bit, do a little bit more myself, or branch out and get more early readers in so that I don't have to put as much stress on her.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But we're all still together.
All right. And of course, the characters in your head are still there too.
They don't go anywhere. Even when I think I'm done with them, they're like, no, wait a minute. We didn't talk about this.
Yeah, it sounds like me, except they don't do this, the telling. They bash me in the head with their flukes, and that hurts.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see. We shall get started with letting the chat ask. But Lajata says, Pudge, watch out. Raymond is about to let loose Graceli unto you. Ooh. Nah, Pudgy, you're okay. All right, so let us Let us start here. Lagata says, spoil us. We don't mind being spoiled.
That's good, because that's all I've got this time around.
And John Rendell says, I saw a race car that was spoiler free. Yeah. All right. Oh, and let me welcome the newcomers to the chat. We have Phantom Outsider. We've got Matt G and Pierre Kelly who have joined us in the chat. So please ask questions. Let's see. Pudgy says, bread ties, twisty ties, zip ties, neck ties.
All the ties.
All the ties, yes. Okay. And here's Legatus with the first question. How much influence does your readers' feedback affect future stories, novels? It sounds like they've had some.
They have. A few years ago, I used to write in an app where I could get instant feedback, but they changed their terms of service, so I pulled all my stuff from there. But from there, it's given me ideas and spinoffs. And some of the things I've been like, no, that's not how this works. And that's never going to happen. But thank you for the feedback. But a lot of times, if they have something that hits home or it's relevant and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that, then I definitely try to include it.
Okay.
But they don't get to take over. It's still my stories.
Of course. Your stories, your rules.
Yeah. And I'm not the only one in charge. It's not up to them. It's not always up to me. It's kind of up to the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I can have a plan to write something a certain way, and that's not the finished product. Mm-hmm. It's completely in a different direction than I intended to take it. And I just go with it because otherwise migraines and writer's block, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth the fight.
Yeah. Phantom Outsider says, so it's like an epilogue.
Except there's a full story with its own issues in it.
Okay. John Rendell says sequel log. Is that a word or a thing?
Not that I'm aware of, but we can go with that.
Yeah.
We can make that a thing.
Of course.
Because it is a sequel.
Yeah. And Legata says, loose ends, you don't want to trip over loose ends laces. No, that's true. Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Square knot. Yep. Now.
They tied the knot.
Yeah, they tied the knot. Legata says, can we see the new cover for the new novel? If you've got it on a PDF or a JPEG file and you want to share it, just do the present and share the slide.
Let me see. Because last time I pulled this up when we were starting, it started lagging, but let's give it a try.
Okay, and if that doesn't work, since I've got it on the splash page, I can always share it there too.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our new cover.
Wedding
invitation.
Okay. Where is it? I don't see.
You said you saw it. You lied at me.
No, sorry. Yeah, click on the file and then click on present, and then it's either going to be a window. It's going to be the window with it, or it could be a Chrome tab. Yeah. And again, as a plan B, I've got the splash page with the big cover on it.
Here is the paperback cover. This should pop up.
Paperback, right?
Maybe.
Paperback.
That way you can see the front and the back. It's uploading.
Okay. Paperback.
Across the board, the Kindle, the paperback, the hardcover, it's all the same picture. It's all the same background. The only difference is that obviously the paperback and the hardcover have the summary on the back.
Okay, there it is. All right, Legatus, here we go. There you go, Legatus. Ooh, that is a nice.
I started having way too much fun making these covers. And since it takes place now-ish, we had to go with a nice winter theme, hence the bright blue, the baby's breath for her wedding stuff.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to love blue at Christmas time, so it's kind of a little bit to her too.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a nice cover.
Thank you. That's my basic template. The only thing I change is I change almost everything, but I leave my bio and my picture and the logo on all of them, and then just replace things as I go. That way I don't have to worry about resizing too much or figuring out where the exact spots each of the words should be.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. And Pudgy's saying, pretty book lady is married. Yes, she is.
I've been married for 13 years, and no, that's not me on it.
Legata says, balanced. Does having your life scattered all over the floor count as balanced?
Only if you know where everything is, where it's scattered on the floor.
That's true. That's true. And just make sure they're not Legos.
Yeah, ow.
Ow. Ow. Yes.
Yeah. Trains also, ow.
Oh, trains.
Yeah, I've got two boys. There was a Thomas phase.
Oh, okay. Only if it's all the same water level. Okay. And there's a Sandra sighting. Yes, she's in the back. Let's see. Legatus asks, with fan feedback, do they offer more of a we want this expanded on, or do they give you story plot ideas?
More expanded upon. I have my own story and plot ideas. I don't have enough room in my head to take on other people's. And I basically have an idea of where everything is going and where it's going to end up. It's just all the fun of trying to figure out how we get there in between.
True. Okay, here's one for you. Do you plot? I know how I do it, but do you storyboard it, or it's just the idea is there and then you just go with it?
More the second. I have more of a sacred timeline because it is a series and everything overlaps, and I don't want to have any continuity issues.
Okay.
So basic big events are on there. But as for the story itself, I write it as it comes to me. If I get stuck, I just move on to another part of the story and then come back and fill in the blanks.
Okay. Yeah, I don't storyboard either.
Yeah, I've already got enough crap in my house. I don't need to have papers and pins and conspiracy boards everywhere. It's only for special occasions.
Yeah. Fan feedback. Does that include fan fiction, fan art? Ooh.
I've never gotten any fan fiction or fan art on my series. I was once told that I couldn't submit to a writing competition because it was fan fiction. I'm like, yes, I'm a fan of my own fiction, but it's my original series.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
A series is fan fiction of yourself.
Yeah, how can it be fan fiction if it is your story? I mean, come on.
Yeah, later they said, well, we just didn't want anything that was in a pre-existing series. But I kind of liked that. I'm like, yes, I am a fan of my own fiction, and I will continue to write spinoffs from it. And if that makes it fan fiction, so be it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and again, hello, Pierre Kelly. Excuse me. A little bit of a allergy bit there. Let's see. Pudgy says, here's an idea. Next book features romance story with dashingly handsome polar bear. You mean Snortopopus? He'd make a pretty good character.
With Pudgy? Is that the romance?
Yeah. Ooh, that would be interesting. Let's see. John asks, what music, if any, do you listen to when you write?
It depends on the stories. A lot of for the early ones, I did have playlists, especially Damaged, because I had to develop 9 characters fully.
Mm-hmm.
So they each had their own playlist. But at this point, words distract me when I'm trying to write them if I'm listening to them. So I've been doing a lot of different color frequency noises instead.
Yeah,
because it's the only way to calm my mind.
Yeah, I think you told us that you did that before, that you used the white noises or something like that.
Yeah.
And Pierre Kelly asks, so how did you get started in book writing?
That's a bit of a longer story, but basically the VA Chronicles are narrative therapy, and they've been that since I was a teenager and didn't know that was a thing.
Okay.
I didn't start publishing until after I started actual therapy because she pushed me to finish things. That was my biggest issue, was finishing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was growing up, we didn't talk about bad things. You don't talk about trauma. You don't talk about issues that could cause other problems if the secrets get out.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it 2 characters and let them work through it.
Okay. That does not sound good.
Mm-mm. They've been doing that for like a half hour, Raymond.
I know.
That's Santa on the back of the fire truck.
Oh, it's Santa.
Oh. I guess you can visit.
Oh, Santa hijacked the fire truck.
It's like, what? It's red. I'm red. We fit. It's good.
Yeah, it's all good.
You just spray the presents everywhere.
Legatus asked, your editor started a business because of you. Does that mean your editor will get something like gold records to hang on the wall behind their desk?
Don't know about that. Haven't really asked. She does a lot more work for one of her other authors who puts out like a book a month. It's crazy.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I'm going to stick with my book a year plan.
Yeah. I wish I could do that.
She would probably give her the gold record. Like, I might have started her down the road, but I don't feed her nearly as many stories as the others.
Wow. That's gotta, being able to write that much to make a novel a year.
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin.
Perfectionist.
George R.R. Martin could learn from her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Phantom Outsider says, Pudgy, when Snorter Pooper starts dashing, smart folks start running. Yep. This is a variation on the usual question. What's your favorite pie?
I like cheesecake.
Oh, cheesecake. Me too.
And red velvet cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake. The diner, the Mountain View Diner in Charlestown makes really good desserts.
Okay. Let's see. We have.
So my favorite depends on what they have in their little dessert box.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mine's either pumpkin or cheesecake or.
Pumpkin cheesecake together. You must try this.
Ooh, nums.
I think I lost audio.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I thought it was me.
No, it's still trying to fight this cough wherever it came from. Legatus says, splash page won't get wet that way. And the cover is hedgehog safe. Okay. John likes the cover. Oh, it is nice. It is a very nice cover.
Thank you.
And Quasharian, okay, Legatus. Did Graceli model for the cover art? No,
I stumbled across that.
Paxel,
and I didn't realize it was available as free art until later down the line. And I really liked it. And I actually wrote a scene based on that model's hair and makeup and stuff, but didn't realize I could use it until maybe 4 months ago.
Okay. Let's see. Pierre Kelly likes it. John Rendell says, Thomas the Tank Engine stars in Foot Mangler.
True story.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the tracks that go along with him.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Crap, those are all treasured items. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Hello, Point Curation. Good to see you, and happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Okay. Love that. I love that drawing there. That avatar. Let's see. Okay. Aw, Snore. You can be romantical if you want. The goddess asks, do you keep a notebook with you at work? So if you get an idea for your series, you jot it down, or do you keep it in your head?
I will write on anything and everything I can find. A lot of things are on little 4x6 labels at this point.
How many
But I
napkins?
take my laptop to work with me. No, napkins are too fragile.
Oh, okay. I was going to say no.
Yeah, my lunch break at work and my 15-minute break, but I'm not with my coworkers. I'm in a corner office working this job.
Cool.
It's easier to work outside of the house than it is in. I don't know why.
Phantom Outsider says Pudgy and Snorter Poopers are more a comedy buddy duo, but both could probably expand to drama. Snorty is sometimes overly dramatic. Speaking of
I
which,
think it's a drama series.
yeah, I gotta show you this from Fet for Hire. Let me get it real quick. This is cool. Speaking of the dynamic duo. Okay, let's see. Speaking of the dynamic duo.
Definite basis for a buddy cop movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a remake of Smokey and the Bandit. Okay, and that came from Fet for Hire. Hair with Fet. Okay. Yeah, it was Santa, according to what Sandra said. Santa doing the local tour. Well, I wish he wouldn't do it when I'm having an interview.
Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah, we're busy, and
we're busy here.
It's
the solstice, not Christmas. Come on, Santa, yeah. Wait your turn.
Yes, wait your turn. That's Saturday.
Yeah,
that is Saturday. We'll be tracking you anyway. Yes, we'll be tracking you on Santa Cam or NORAD Track Santa. Hello, Dalek451. How are you, sir? Glad you can make it tonight. And I know you probably got to be exhausted since you're on the other side of the pond. See, we got people from the UK are listening to us.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm a snoozer, not a lover. Writing on anything, including others, sounds like people should keep their arms away, or you might ink them.
Yeah, but then I'd have to take them home to rewrite it, and
yeah.
No. They might get ideas. We can't have that.
Yeah, true. That's true.
It's mostly labels at this point.
Mm-hmm. Pudgy and the Bandit Bear. Let's see. Aw, Snort. I wish I could frame a good question, but I'm brain dead tonight. I have to admire anyone who could discipline themselves to write a novel and get it published. Yeah. And do as many as she's done. Hell, it got me 40-something years just to get one, and then a couple.
It always takes the longest to write the first one and get it out there.
Yeah. And then the second.
I was writing for 25 years before I published my first one, so I'm older than I look.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not.
We'll go with I'm a child of the 80s.
Okay. All right. You don't look it.
That's what I've been told. Thank you.
Yeah. Dalek is a bit of an author himself, but writes fan fiction. Have to talk to you about your fan fiction, sir.
Got to get started somewhere, and whatever makes you write what makes you happy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Is each next novel getting easier to write, or does each one have its own challenges?
Both. Like, it's easier for me to be like, okay, this is real, this is happening, and promoting it and making people aware of it. And there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to publish it and that it will be done within a year. But each novel itself, depending on what's happening in it, will have its own challenges. Like, there's one that I really should be writing and can't because I don't identify with the characters like I did when I first started writing their book. Hence the spinoff, or sequel. I'll get back to them eventually, and then I'm moving on to a prequel because I'm just avoiding writing them because I'm not going to be able to do them justice at this point in my life.
Are they stubborn?
It's not that they're stubborn, they're childish.
Childish.
And I really want to punch the main guy a lot. And I can't do that because he's supposed to be likable, just, a doofus. But I really want to hurt him a lot. So I can't write that story right now.
I'll feed him to Snort.
My editor likes that pairing, so she's going to help me more with that one.
Okay.
Possibly co-authoring.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm going to just write the ones that speak to me and go from there.
Okay.
I will have to do that before I do Ink to Pierce, though.
Just remember that I have a polar bear, and I know how to use them. So if you ever need a polar bear whack for him.
Yeah, I would, but I kind of need these two for later stories. I just need to get over his immaturity.
Oh, okay. All right. Snort says, I'm a child of the 80s too, 1880s. Yeah. So it's each calendar year, not each leap calendar year.
It can be both. I'm just saying that I'm not going to put out 2 in 2023.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make it exactly 1 year apart. Like every 12 months, something's coming out.
Yeah.
As I said, Claimed was in June. This one's in December. It could have been ready sooner, and I could have put it out there, but the entire book takes place between the 21st and the 31st. So I wanted to have it in the right timeline because it drove me crazy editing it during the summer. I'm like, nope. It's winter. It should be snowing here, and they're outside like it's summer. So it's like, nope, gotta fix that.
And Snort says, I bet that character will get a good whooping one day.
He might end up being another one of the characters that I have everybody else in the book smacking him in the back of the head at least once. There was one in Damaged who got whacked in the back of the head by at least 7 different characters.
Nothing like a Gibbs slap.
He had it coming.
Yep. Let's see. Hashtag Gibbs slap. And yes, it's close to midnight over here. Well, I appreciate you coming on this late to join us here as we talk about her book, The Ties That Bind. Out on, you haven't told us yet. Where can we find it?
It's on Amazon right now. Kindle, paperback, hardcover.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it on your link tree? Oh, are we freezing?
Oh no. How much did you lose?
We got Amazon Kindle.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Kindle. It's enrolled in Kindle Unlimited. I was going to wait on that, but since no one was picking it up, decided to go ahead and do that now. Okay. And the paperback and hardcover are available on there. I should be getting stock in the next week or two for local sales.
Okay. If you want to put the link in the private chat, I'll post it.
Okay.
And meanwhile, and while you're doing that, Legata says, so if an author writes a character that they personally want to punch, isn't that great character development? if you and your writers want to punch them, isn't that great writing?
I would like to think so.
Yeah. I have a character that I have a character or two that I want to see airlocked, tossed out an airlock. But I think the problem is I think that character would hurt me. And Pudgy gives Dalek a hug. Got it. Life is not complete if you don't have a Pudgy hug. Okay. Let's see. Is it out there yet? Okay, there it is. The whole series.
And then I'll also send you one for the book itself, but
Okay.
that takes you directly to the series page,
Okay.
which I thought it was cool.
Okay. All right, and there is the link to the Amazon. This is to the series, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is to the ties that bind us directly, minus that question mark at the end.
Okay.
I don't know why that popped in.
All right. See. Well, it didn't show up. And there's the link to the book. Now, going back to your first novel, I saw when we were at the two book signings, I've seen you scribble them up. Is there a second edition is there a second edition in the offing
The second edition.
of your
To
your
Damaged?
first book? Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
I saw
no,
you
I'm really
scribble-
happy with how that is.
Oh, okay. I saw you
No,
scribble.
those were probably just with Amazon, you can get proof copies.
Mhm.
So once I have enough there, I have them go ahead and print it and send it to me because it's cheaper than printing it myself.
Okay.
And I make adjustments in there and add a whole lot as needed, but I'm not changing anything in the other stories. They are done. I'm walking away from them and just trying to bring people to them.
Okay.
The only one that got a second edition was Forgotten because technically it was published first. And I
Okay.
didn't realize it was part of the series at the time. So I had to go back and put things together, tie them in. It wasn't until the twin sister, the main character from Forgotten, told me she needed a story that I realized that it could be part of the series because the only person I could think to match her with was from Damaged.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Phantom Outside.
And I also didn't have an editor back then either.
Okay. So you were doing your own editing.
Me and my husband.
Oh, okay. Phantom Outsider says, remember, even though in a story there are main characters in which in live everyone is the main character of their own story unless you choose to be a great guest star instead too. Or a guest star instead, LOL. Okay. Pudgy vibrates across Raymond's desk. 10-minute warning until reminder. Buzz. I think we're good, Pudgy. Give me a half-hour reminder. Give me a reminder in a half hour. I think we're doing good. For the first edition is a collector edition. Yeah.
I guess technically it could be, but the content is not as good as it is now.
Yeah. And John Rendell asks, who does the actual bookbinding and printing?
Amazon.
Yeah.
I let them do all the hard work on the printing and distribution.
Yeah.
And then I just order my author copies so that I can do local events and put them in local bookstores.
Yep. Yeah. So the Ties That Bind will be in our local bookstore in Charlestown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Dog has a new author signing room that they made for us.
Oh, cool.
So next time you go in there,
I'll have to
Sarah.
I'll have to check them out. Hopefully, I'll have a third book that I can do a signing. Let's see. Does Pudgy have a snooze button? And Raymond carefully hitting Pudgy's snooze button. Okay. So what are you doing for
That's
solstice?
not the snooze button.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
After I'm done here, we're gonna go downstairs and have family time.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I suppose a bit of there. Snooze button is the nose. Yeah, that is a big nose.
That's what I would have gone for.
Yeah. I actually met Pudgy when I was at a conference and had a signing event. If you happen to, we actually had a big adventure. You'll have to check it out. Where I meet Pudgy.
But Pudgy, I gotta know, did an escaped mental patient steal you at some point? Because I could have sworn we saw you at Comic-Con. Twice. I was there twice, and both times he was there with a Pudgy lookalike, if not a stolen copy.
Oh, Pudgy, you have a twin? Who was it, by the way?
I have no idea. I've just seen him at those events.
Okay. Huh. I'm trying to remember if I saw. Yeah.
You did. We made a big deal about it at the time.
Yes, we did. Yeah, when we saw it, we said, that's Pudgy.
I'm like, Pudgy, come back.
And yes, Pudgy had a lot of fun with the visit with the two of us. Oh, he was photobombing. Oh, he was photobombing.
No, not Pudgy.
Oh, yeah, he was getting some serious photobomb time. And he took over my table. He took over the signing table. And he said, yeah, I guess he's claiming innocence. Pudgy hasn't gone to any events. Well, except for mine. Oh, no. Snort says, I hope it wasn't you know who at the convention. Cue ominous music. That's true. That is true. The last thing we need is mere Pudgy. And Legata says that is because Pudge is the event. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right. So, so today was the big release. Have you heard any? Ooh, Graceli got frozen. Yeah, looks like she got. Looks like she is frozen. Let's see.
Both are.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're back.
All right. I don't know how much you missed, but
Hi.
Oh, I can hear you. You just seem frozen. Your picture's frozen.
Yeah, my image was spinning, and then yours starting, and then it kept going back and forth, and I wasn't sure what was going on there.
All right.
This is the only thing I've got open on my laptop, though.
Yeah, I only got this, StreamYards, and Twitter in case I need some communications. Let's see. John says, eek. Graceli frozen. Oh, Deef, Deef congratulates you on your book release. Hello, Deef. How are you doing? Deef's book is coming out soon. Boy, we got authors all over the place. Authors. A writer. What is it I saw in a movie? A writer always writes. Yeah. Nora Poopa says, happens as Raymond mentioned the name of you know whom. And I think Snort says Yeah, I think Mirror Pudgy got her. Yeah, that's why we don't mention his name. Yeah, we don't. That's why we don't.
I did say evil twins, so that might be my own fault.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't mention his name, because he may pop up. He may pop up anywhere, such as the upper right corner of my screen.
Yep, I saw him.
Yeah, so beware. Be very aware. Okay, let's go back. Legata says you created a character you wanted to punch. Do you have a character you wished was your BFF?
I have a couple of them, actually. There's some that I really, really love and would have so much fun hanging out with them. But to say I created them, they just kind of showed up fully formed in my head.
Okay.
I'm just learning their adventures, but their personalities have been making themselves known in various degrees over the years.
But they're not based on real
They're not based on real people.
Okay, they're just
the personalities that my therapist says I don't actually have, because I'm aware that they're not real and not part of me.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Evil Twin is okay, just not the name, because he comes with bad jokes and accounting humor. Yes. Oh, yes. The accounting jokes are bad. Bad. So, okay, guys. We've got her for a little bit before she's got to go to family time. Any more questions? Any more questions? Let's see. How long has it been? And so today was the release, so you really don't have a feel if people have been looking at it yet.
Yeah, no one has picked it up yet, according to my dashboard on Amazon.
Okay. All right. And I know you've mentioned this to me, but how many reviews does a book have to get before Amazon starts helping out with the promotions?
I think at 25 they start adding it into things, but at 50 they actively start helping. I'm not sure. Haven't gotten there. Damaged only has 9 reviews, and the other 2 each only have 5. This one obviously has none because it just went live.
Yeah, I think it's unless you do the pay by click thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Now, this is a good question. How have you heard that Amazon does do assist in marketing besides the reviews? Have you heard if they assist, or is it like the pay per click thing?
I'm not sure. I know that they have marketing plans that you can pay for, but I haven't really looked into them because I'm not in a situation where I can afford to pay for things other than the art and the editing.
Yeah, true. There too.
Yeah.
One of the drawbacks.
I don't make money off of this. This is just because I need to get the stories out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. One of the drawbacks of being self-published. You want the stories out of there, but you're your own agent, and that could be
your own agent, your own marketing person. It's editor for some degree, whether you have someone or not. You're still doing a lot of it yourself.
Yeah,
because you don't want to send something out there that's subpar.
True. That is true.
And whatever else you decide to take on, and when you're a control freak that's a perfectionist, you end up taking a lot more on than you probably should.
True.
Especially when you're poor.
Oh, yeah. And yes, I can relate. And, and the other thing is Kindle has it, KDP has its quirks, and its formatting thing can be a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
I've got a love-hate relationship with Kindle myself. So, let's see. Got a couple more questions. But isn't every character one writes a part of them? they are your words, characters, action. They are your characters, words, actions. After all.
Yeah, I misspoke. They are a part of me because I put parts of me into each of them.
Mm.
But it's not like a schizophrenic, multiple personality sort of thing. I know that they're separate, but still like friends. Like you have something in common with them, even if it's egotistically yourself.
Sure. Dave asks, how many books do you plan to have in your series, or do you have a number?
I don't have a plan per se, but at last count for the ideas, it was around 20 total.
Whoa.
The side characters are mouthy. They all want their own book. And then they don't shut up. They just keep telling me things that I have to write down. And eventually I get enough together that I can expand on it and make a full novel.
Wow.
And then it becomes which one do I want to write versus which one can I write? Because I could write this one now, but this one has to come first just because of the events that occur.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, there's a lot. There's a second generation storyline. The parents now kind of want their storyline too. It's like, there could be a spinoff series. I'll just keep writing until I lose my mind because dementia's in my future.
Let's see. John Rendell says, who would you have star as the main characters in the movie versions, either classic or modern Hollywood? Well,
there are way too many characters for me to cast everyone.
If you were to pick one that you would cast, what would it be?
In the original one, there's a lot of jokes about one of the characters looking like Thor. He started out being a Thor Eric Northman hybrid because I just like both of them. And the other one is joked about looking more like the new Aquaman.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jason Momoa.
The girl's called a unicorn, so she doesn't really have a character. But I feel a little ripped off after watching Wednesday because Enid reminds me of Carrie.
Okay.
Like she even has the tipped hair with the fun colors and the sparkling personality and just a little bit off the wall and fun. She seemed to really carry to me.
Oh, okay. Dave says, creative freedom is worth the extra work of being self-published. So true.
Yes.
So true.
I don't like being told what to do, so getting put on deadlines by publishers would kill my creative spirit.
Yeah. Then it would be a job. J-O-B.
Yeah. That's what my dad always said. Don't do what you love as your source of income because you're going to learn to resent it and you won't want to do it anymore. That's why the conversation came up because he loves carpentry, but that wasn't what he did for a living because if he did that at work, he wouldn't want to do it when he got home.
That's true. That's true.
And that's something I've taken with me over the years and just I'll do my other jobs, do something physical so that I don't feel so bad about sitting on my butt writing.
Okay. Yeah, I understand it. When I can fly again, flying would be my fun activity. But I've got way too much other stuff. Let's see. Snorter Poopa says, I can understand it. I don't suffer from insanity. I rather enjoy it. I like that. I'm going to write that down.
Best policy.
Yeah. I'm going to write that down.
I'm already living it. I don't have to write it down, but you can.
Okay. Yeah, my brother stopped building model kits after became a millwright. Yeah. So, all right. Well, this was fun. I wish you the best of luck on your books. On your book.
Yeah.
And of course all the books. Always please go look please look up on Amazon her of course I had to click it. Please go check out the VAC, the VAC Chronicles, and check out the VAC Chronicles and her new book, The Ties That Bind. Both found on Amazon. Yeah. Pluggy says The Ties That Bind. So I think
It's only part of the title. It's The Ties That Bind Us.
yes. Okay.
Blues Meadow
The Ties
Wedding.
That Bind Us. Yes.
And then the subtitle is A Blues Meadow Wedding, because as I said, there's going to be more novellas in the series that start with The Ties That Bind Us. One is
Okay.
A Sandoval Affair, which is a prequel and will be fun too.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's going to be the Ties That Bind series with the subtitles being okay.
Yeah. That way it's like right there. It's like, this is full of spoilers. If you're not ready for that, then go read the other books first.
Okay. All right.
And even in the summary online, I make sure that I have the spoiler warning ahead of time before I actually jump into the actual summary.
Okay.
Because it's
Cool.
a series spoiler, not just the book itself.
Okay. All right. Well, again, I wish you the best of luck on it. I hope it goes. I hope it goes really well. And I am honored that you let me bring you on the day of the release.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. You have to come on more.
Okay.
All right.
Wednesdays are my free day. So
Hey. Let's see. The ties that bind us, the ties over there, the ties don't know who has the scissors. Ooh.
no scissors. We want the ties there.
Okay. But I like that one. I like that line.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we don't want to lose the connections. We got to keep them.
That's true. And Snort says, best of luck. May the muse continue to smile on you.
Thank you.
Stick around after we're here so we can talk about how we did tonight. And yes, it's time, guys. And we're going to get to see the fancy one tonight because it was a special occasion. Yes, it is time for show notes. You're going to get a kick out of this. Or run away screaming.
Could go either way.
Yeah, could go either way. See, they already know. It's time for Oh no.
This segment is brought to you by TheDolphinBoys.com. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes with Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. Dun.
Live from Carnegie Hall. Show notes. We had to do, since it is the holidays and you got the Nutcracker, we had to do the Nutcracker themed show notes. John Rendell says, prepare yourself, Graceli. This is the first time you've seen show notes, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I know I haven't seen it open like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have coming up Saturday, we have Just 'Cause Christmas Eve edition for anybody who's going to be waiting for Santa. We'll be tracking him. We'll be using the official NORAD Track Santa sensor systems to track Santa as he's coming all over the world. By that time, he'll probably be in Europe or probably going to Atlantic, but we'll see. On the 28th, we have Kamira Miller, a musician who will be coming on. Hopefully you'll have some of his music. We'll ring in the new year with Just Cuz. I don't know if we'll go that far, but we'll give it a good shot. New Year's Eve with Just Cuz. Oh God, we actually have one of the. Oh my God, you can tell I've made it, guys. Swat that thing. Always comes on show notes. I wonder. On the 4th, we're gonna have our own Deef come on and update us on his book because it is out, and we will be talking about that. So we will have that going on. And then we've got a bunch of stuff coming on we have a bunch of stuff coming on in January and February. We have Just Cuz's every Saturday. And always a good time to have here at King Dolphin TV. So let us say goodnight to everybody. Let's see. Pudgy won't be here on Saturday, going with Cobalt to Mama Eagle Tree. Pudgy hopes everyone has a good Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. Well, thank you, Pudgy. You enjoy your solstice and enjoy your Christmas with Cobalt and Mama Eagle. And Pudgy hugs everybody. So let us say goodnight to everybody. We had Legatus Legionai with some great questions. Really, you always ask great questions, and always are the first one here, the last one out. We had John Rendell with some good questions, and Pudgy, the lovable hedgehog, and got good question. Where was the cookie question? I was expecting the cookie question. I guess he was trying to change things up because he wanted to find out.
It was there, but I think when you were glitching, or one of us was glitching.
Okay. Did you answer? What was your favorite cookie?
I like all the cookies, unless it's got raisins in it.
Oh, don't like raisins. Oh, okay.
No, but like Charlie, I like the craisin.
Oh,
okay. Craisin cookies. Aldi has those.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then, of course, Storeuppas, Gilbar.com. See you Saturday, buddy. Hey, I have a surprise for you on New Year's. So those are the amazing wrenches. Sandra came late, but she was on. The producer and the lead wrench. Thank you for coming, honey. Glad you can make it. And then we had our chatters. We had Dalek 451 all the way from England. Hopefully you're going to get some good night's sleep, buddy. We had Deef. And again, we'll talk on the 4th. We had Point Curation. We had Matt G. We had Phantom Outsider with some great comments. And we had Pierre Kelly. Thank you all for coming. And again, it's always a pleasure to do these interviews and always a pleasure to have you guys interact. And I'd like to say thank you again. Hope you enjoyed the chat, Graceli. As much as. All right. And everybody, we'll see you Saturday. Have a safe week. Make sure you get your shopping done. Make sure you send me cookies. And we will see you on Saturday as we make some waves on Just Cuz. And, Legata says, thanks for having Graceli come back on. Of course, she's always welcome here. She doesn't even have to do an interview. She can pop in on a Just Cuz and find out about the kitty table.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pop in on the Deef one.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
All right. Deef, she'll be on for your show. And John Rendell says, thanks for another great show. You're most welcome. All right, everybody.
Pop Culture Breakdown in half an hour.
Pop Culture Breakdown in a half an hour. Make sure if you go there, you tell them it's a King Dolphin TV raid. And be safe, be happy, and see you Saturday. Love you guys.
I have nothing. It's all gone.
I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars. This segment is brought to you by the DolphinWars.com.